First of all, just wanted to check on Alexander Isak. What chance of him figuring and getting some game time, at least in this game against Atletico Madrid?
There's definitely a chance because he's in the squad. So then there's a chance to play, but I would normally always say 99.9% sure, but I can say it's 100% sure that he will not play 90 minutes. But he's part of the squad, so it's already a Champions League game to look forward to. But if people look forward to his playing time, that could mean that could happen tomorrow as well.
Even a chance to start then?
The only thing what is sure is that he would not play 90, and all the rest you will see tomorrow.
Obviously, we look at Florian Wirtz and the switch that he's made coming to Liverpool, and I think there's probably an argument to say that we've not seen the best of him just yet. I think there were flashes in the second half, at least, against Burnley once again. What do you put that down to, though, the fact that we've not seen the best of Florian just yet, and what kind of adjustment is he having to make?
I put that down to Bournemouth, I put that down to Newcastle, I put that down to Arsenal, I put that down to a team we faced this weekend that only conceded 14 goals last season. If it's correct, I don't know, but someone told me today it's the first time in 18 months that Burnley lost a home game. So if I'm wrong, that's because of that person. But it tells you how hard it is to play these games. And which is normal, because there's so much focus on our new signings, because especially the pundits that favor not us but some other clubs in the country that cannot stop talking about 450 million. I repeat 450 million, I repeat 450 million, but they always forget the 300 million that we've sold for. And these players that we've brought in are indeed a lot of money, but they are playing now together with players that are worth same amounts of money. So yes, if we want to strengthen the squad, we need almost to spend that much money, because then they are, if we sell Dominic Szoboszlai tomorrow, he would be worth 100 million as well. So there's so much focus on Florian, but the ones that have stayed behind, still in the team, haven't scored 4 goals or 12 assists as well. So he's been part of a team, Florian, that is on top of the league, that won 4 games. He's part of the team that won against Newcastle, that won against Arsenal, where the team of last season didn't win away at Newcastle, didn't win at home against Arsenal. So it's the way you want to look at it. Yes, he hasn't scored 4 goals or 12 assists in the first 4 games, but for me that's down to the quality we faced, and he's part of a team that's number 1 in the league at the moment.
And you have said the best is still to come from the group as a whole. So how well equipped do you feel you are to compete on all 4 fronts once again, even go further than what you were able to do last season?
Yeah, I think we are far above my expectations during the summer. So we all know what happened this summer. We all knew when the program or the schedule came out that we had to face Newcastle away, Arsenal at home, and Bournemouth at home. And it turned out to be Burnley a difficult one as well, but that is maybe not what I expected it, but not in the fashion as it happened on Sunday. So for us to be in 12 points now is so much more than I expected, especially after we've had so many changes in the group as well, in our squad, sorry. And yeah, I think we can do better, but we're not every time going to face Newcastle away and Arsenal at home.
How does this test compare to what you faced already?
Sorry?
How does this test against Atletico then compare to what you faced already in the Premier League?
When I was at Feyenoord in the Eredivisie, you knew when you went from...
Liverpool includes Isak in squad for Champions League game versus Atletico Madrid. Liverpool, England, AP. Alexander Isak is in contention to make his Liverpool debut against Atletico Madrid in the Champions League on Wednesday. Liverpool manager Arne Slot confirmed Isak is in the squad for the game at Anfield after not including the striker for Sunday's 1-0 win over Burnley in the Premier League. Isak was a British record $170 million deadline day signing from Newcastle earlier this month, but Liverpool fans have had to wait to see the Sweden international, with Slot saying he would slowly integrate the forward into his team. Speaking ahead of the game against Atletico, Slot said Isak could play some part. There is definitely a chance, because he is in the squad, Slot said. Normally I would say 99.9% sure, but I can say it's 100% sure he will not play 90 minutes. But he is part of the squad. Isak had a disrupted off-season in the face of his protracted move to Liverpool. His only game this term was as a late substitute in Sweden's World Cup qualifier against Kosovo last week. He became one of the most sought-after players in Europe last season after scoring 32 goals for club and country and helping Newcastle win the English League Cup. He will form part of a new-look Liverpool forward line after the defending Premier League champion also spent heavily on France striker Hugo Ekitike and Germany attacker Florian Wirtz. Curtis Jones is unlikely to play after the midfielder also missed the Burnley game, Slot said. Liverpool leads the Premier League with 4 straight wins to start the season. Liverpool v Atletico Madrid. Slot confirms record signing Isak set for debut but will not play 90 minutes. Swedish striker is in squad for Reds' opening match of their Champions League campaign. Arne Slot has confirmed that British record signing Alexander Isak is lined to make his Liverpool debut against Atletico Madrid on Wednesday, but made clear it will not be for the whole 90 minutes. Liverpool take on the Spaniards in their opening UEFA Champions League group stage clash at Anfield, having enjoyed 4 wins out of 4 so far in the early stages of their bid to retain the Premier League title. All 4 of those matches have needed late goals to secure all 3 points, the latest of which down to an injury time penalty from Mohamed Salah against Burnley on Sunday. Reds coach Slot revealed before the game at Turf Moor that Isak, signed for £125 million from Newcastle United after a protracted transfer that dominated the summer headlines, had not played enough football to be considered and had been left out of the matchday squad. The Swedish striker had not kicked a competitive ball since the end of last season until the recent international break when he twice appeared off the bench in World Cup qualifiers. But Slot said on Tuesday that the 25-year-old was in the squad to take on Diego Simeone's side and could make his debut. Definitely a chance because he's in the squad and the chance to play. I would usually say 99.9% sure, but I can say 100% sure he will not play 90 minutes, but he's part of the squad, said the Dutch coach in Tuesday's pre-match press conference. It's already a Champions League game to look forward to, but if people look forward to his playing time, that could mean that could happen tomorrow as well. On whether Isak might start the match, Slot added, "The only thing we're sure of is he will not play 90. Isak, who scored 62 goals in 109 games for Newcastle, spent a majority of preseason training on his own after demanding a move from Merseyside to Tyneside, not playing in any of the Magpies' friendly matches or opening games of the Premier League campaign. But Liverpool captain Virgil van Dijk revealed that his new teammate was clearly keen to make an immediate impact during training despite his summer of inactivity. "Very good impression, very eager," said Dutch defender Van Dijk. "Obviously the quality he's been showing already since the first session. Only positives and off the pitch as well. We're having conversations. I spoke to him during the international break once everything was sorted. It's now about getting him as fit as possible and to understand each one of us as quickly as possible. How we train, how we press, our set pieces, so it's been a good week for him and let's see tomorrow." Slot, meanwhile, insisted he was pleased with the team's perfect start to the new campaign after undergoing a major squad overhaul over the summer. Apart from Isak, the likes of Milos Kerkez, Jeremy Frimpong, Florian Wirtz and Hugo Ekitike arrived on Merseyside, while Luis Diaz, Darwin Núñez and Jero Quansah were among those heading for the Anfield exit. "We are far above my expectations during the summer," said Slot. "We all know what happened this summer, and for us to be on 12 points from these fixtures is so much more than I expected, especially after so many changes in our group. I think we can do better, but we're not every time going to face Newcastle away and Arsenal at home. Someone told me that it's the first time Burnley lost a home game, and it tells you how hard it is to play these games and win. There's so much focus on our new signings and especially pundits who favor, not us, but some other clubs in the country that cannot stop talking about £450 million, I repeat £450 million, £450 million, but always forget the £300 million that we've sold. Liverpool's Mohamed Salah and Alexander Isak during training. Reuters. Liverpool's Mohamed Salah and Alexander Isak during training. Reuters. Sport Football. Liverpool v Atletico Madrid. Slot confirms record signing Isak set for debut but will not play 90